Hi guys, and welcome to the Rapid Growth Weekly Vibe from the 21st to the 27th of September. Now, this week we might feel a little bit unbalanced, a little bit, I wouldn't say unstable, but you're not going to feel rock solid on your feet either, okay? You might feel a little bit like you don't know where life is going to go. You don't know which direction things are going or heading anymore. That moment when you thought, I had a grip on everything, I had a grip on my life, and then boom, something just comes and disrupts it. So, with this vibe, expect from your environment, expect, mental disagreements, conflict in values, perhaps maybe disagreement in terms of how to approach or deal with certain things that is or was problematic and how to find solutions to that. So there might be a feeling of like not quite, getting on board with in terms of what is going to be the best way forward, collectively and also individually. Because when you start to look at solutions forward and you're bringing a lot of people together and you try to make everyone happy, I don't even have to tell you that it just doesn't work. That's not easy. That's hard. So here, the more you cooperate in terms of what you can create a solution for yourself, the better. Because there's going to be a feeling or a need of having to save everything, having to save, everyone. Because projections of, I know what to do in this time. I know I have all the answers. Be mindful of that. If you find yourself around people like that, be mindful, because this is your time to decide for yourself what works for you and what doesn't. Like I said, you're wiser, you're smarter, you're going to power through this. You're going to know exactly how you feel about it. And that is what's most important. Be clear on your emotional state. If you did the healing work during the previous weeks when the vibes were supporting you, when I said also this is a good time, if you took advantage of that, this is going to be a much easier week to breeze through. If you didn't take advantage of it, you're going to feel this week. So be mindful of that, because there is going to be vibes of conflict. There's going to be vibes of frustration. There's going to be feelings of feeling fed up and tired with restrictions, feeling tired of limitations. But it's going to be mild. It's not going to be like, it's war, it's this, it's that. It's like feeling under attack by something that you can't see. And this could potentially be a ripple effect of the distress that we felt a little bit earlier in the year, and the second wave that could potentially come, not as strong, maybe in different ways and forms, but it could be that you are feeling the ripple effects of that. So the better that we have an understanding of how things are developing, right? How things have been developing since April, and the willingness to compromise despite ego-driven goals, then things are really going to fall into place for you, right? Be careful of the ego. Be careful of how your ego could be influencing you this week, because it can make or break your experience. This week is vulnerable for many of us. This week it might be easy for others depending on how you are influenced by the environmental factors that's taking place. Some might have it easy and some just don't. So be mindful that how you show up in this week and where your ego is being driven as well. That is really super important, because any goals that's now being driven or pushed by the ego is going to cause problems. People will see this being selfish, and selfishness at this point in time will not be tolerated anymore. So be mindful that yes, you can absolutely do and create what you want and need. But be mindful of how you approach it when it involves other people. Especially if you have, your own business, or if you have friendships, or if you're part of a community and you have great ideas, you want to share it, you want to push it through. Be mindful of how you do that, so that it can create a feeling of togetherness rather than a feeling of separateness. Because the environmental influences this month is already going to trigger a little bit of that. So don't add to it by perhaps, not saying that you will consciously do that, but it could be that there's such a need to just power through and push through this week. You're going to need your distractions. You're going to want to do something else to just not be part of whatever drama or shenanigans it is that could be going on. That's absolutely fine. But be mindful of how you tap into that. And the beauty also of this week is that you can work towards projects and goals that will help you to build more of an independence within yourself, whether it's within friendships, relationships, or your business, which is also a good thing. But a type of independence that's not ego driven, not trying to isolate yourself because someone might feel that they're better than the other one. It's more about building your own island, but also still being a part of everyone else, right? So where you also have other islands around you, but you also have your own little place and space of security, stability, balance, and just having your sense of serenity, because that's super important this week. So guys, thank you so much for joining me, and until next time and next week, be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!